Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload all kinds of book content such as reading vlogs, reading wrap-ups, you name it. And if you do enjoy that kind of content, then please give this video a thumbs up, please comment down below, please follow my social medias that I linked in the description, please subscribe. And without further ado, let's just get on with the video. Anyway, first of all, do you like my new t-shirt? It has a cowboy hat with cowboy boots on. I got it from Shein and I'm obsessed. Like, it's giving proper cowgirl vibes and I'm loving it. I love this t-shirt. I think I might be living in it for the foreseeable future. But that's not what you came here for today. If you've clicked on this video, you would have seen the title saying what this video is, which is my August wrap-up and my September TBR. Can we just take a moment? We are heading into September. How? We have 4 months left of the year. We're going to be in 2025 before we know it. I'm going to be 29 before we know it, and that means I'm nearly a year off being 30, which is kind of scary. Yeah. We're heading into September, which means we need to do our August wrap up. When I'm filming this, like always, there is still like a week left of the month. I'm filming this currently on the 26th of August, which is a bank holiday, because it's the only time I have to film this. Because, and I'll tell you this one, I'm going away this weekend when I could film it this weekend. So there's a chance and hopefully I'll finish another book within that time. But it'll be put in my September wrap up as usual. So in August, I read 4 books, which is one more than July. And I will tell you this, if you saw me yesterday, I was like determined to finish 2 books. So I had 4 books in this wrap up. I don't know where the mojo for reading has been. I have had slightly busier times and things like I had friendship bracelets to make for Taylor that kind of got in the way. I just had a lot going on and I got ill and it was just a time. I can't really describe it, but it was a time and I had my time when I was like, I'm not sure if I want to read. It wasn't that I was in the reading slump. There was just so much going on and exciting things, I was just not thinking about it. So let's talk about the 4 books I read in August. So August was a very heavy fantasy month for me and I'm not sure where that came from and that motivation to read fantasy like so much, because if you've watched wrap-ups before and you've watched my channel, you'll know if I read one fantasy I will move on to doing romance, like a chunk of romance and then back to fantasy. When I tell you I finished my 24-hour reading when I finished on Reckless, so I did Ballad of Never After, Reckless, and then I moved on to 3 fantasy books straight after that. So that's 5 fantasy books in a row. And I'm like, am I feeling okay? Probably not. So the first book we read and finished was A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber, and he said Stephanie Archer. That's not that book. Stephanie Garber. This is the final book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and can I tell you, I'm so glad I read this not long after I finished The Ballad of Never After, because I feel like I would have forgotten what happened if I didn't pick this up straight after. This is coming in a video very soon for you guys. I think it's in a couple of weeks. So you'll find more of my reactions there. I will be honest, I read this at the beginning of the month. I don't really remember my full thoughts on it, but I do remember enjoying it. Like, I did really enjoy this story. Apollo really annoyed me. I think he was meant to be annoying. I honestly hope he was, because I did not like him. I just think he was, I don't know how to describe it, but he was just no. I really loved Evangeline in this. I didn't like it at the beginning of the book, but I fell in love with her during the book when something happened. And obviously I love Jax. I think I just love him. I know he's like a villain, but I love Jax so much and he is just everything. Oh, I love him. I actually gave this book a 4.5 stars. I don't think it wasn't as good as The Ballad of Never After, but I think I gave the first one 4.25 and I didn't hate the first one obviously, but I wouldn't say I absolutely loved the first one. I like this one more than the first one, but I did not like this one more than The Ballad of Never After. Like, nothing can beat my love for The Ballad of Never After. And then I did a reread. This video is coming in November, hopefully. It might become a bookmas video if I actually don't finish on time, but it's coming in November. And I reread Fourth Wing, which anyone who knows me knows this was one of my favourite books of 2023. I was going to say 2024. 2023. I absolutely loved this book. I absolutely loved everything about Fourth Wing and the story and the trials and everything that Violet went through, absolutely loved it. This one follows Violet, Sorrel, who is basically in the fourth wing. They have at Basque College, they have like different quadrants. You have the scribe quadrant, healer quadrant, rider quadrant, and Violet is trained her whole life to go into the scribe quadrant because her dad's a scribe, but then her dad passes away and her mum's like, no, you're going in the rider quadrant, you don't have a choice. So she goes into the rider quadrant, not really like prepared for everything, and over this whole book you kind of see her change and become the woman she is, and I love her. This book means everything to me. Like, I love this book so much that's why I reread it. And if you see how much I've tabbed this one compared to the original one, yeah, I've tabbed this so much. I honestly cannot tell you how much I absolutely adore this book. There is a reason I have this in paperback and hardback, because I love it so much. Like, I honestly can't tell you. I don't have words. Rereading it, I thought I was going to be like, okay, like, I know, because I knew exactly what was coming up. I knew everything that was happening. I knew, like, all the plot points and what was going to happen and when it was going to happen. Only things I did forget was, like, certain little things in the chapters. But, oh my god, I loved it just the same. Like, I honestly loved everything about this book as if I read it for the first time. If you couldn't guess, 5 stars. 5 stars again, without a doubt. Loved it. Then we read Crown of Midnight. Told you it was a fantasy heavy month. Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. Now, I loved everything about this book. I picked it up, was like, for the video that's coming out in a few weeks for you guys, I picked it up, was like, okay, I want to continue this whilst the first book is still kind of fresh in my mind, because when I did ACOTAR, I did A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then like 4 or 5 months later, I did A Court of Mr. Fury. Don't get me wrong, still loved it. It was like a 5-star read. However, I didn't want to leave this one too late, because I was like, what if I forget? Oh my god, this book was so good. The twists, the turns, the plot twist at the end of the book. I'm not going to say much. I'm not going to tell you anything about that plot twist. All I'll say that it's a plot twist at the end of the book, so get you excited. This book, oh my god, I loved it. I was very scared going into another Sarah J Maas series, because it's an 8-book series. It's a lot. It's a lot to put my commitment to put to a series. But oh my god, am I so glad I read this book. I loved it. I absolutely loved Crown of Midnight. I won't talk too much about it because it is the second book in the series and it literally follows on from the first book. But everything about this book, I loved. I loved Selena. I loved Cole. I loved Nehemia, however you say her friend's name. I wouldn't say I love Dorian, but I think I'm interested in him. In the fact of, like, I want to know more about him in the next few books, because I want to know, like, him, like, what's going on with him, for reasons why, which you'll see in this book. But anyway, I gave this book a 4.5 stars. I think maybe because I took so long to read it, it just wasn't one of those books that was like, okay, it's a 5-star read. But I did really enjoy it, and I definitely recommend picking this book up. I have done it, and I'm doing it the publication order. So I'm doing it Throne of Glass first, Crown of Midnight, then Assassin's Blade, and then Heir of Fire, because I really want to read Assassin's Blade. I feel like now that, like, the way the book ends, I feel like I need to read Assassin's Blade now. So I'm going to. Not right this moment, but now. Finally, I did actually do this as an audiobook, but we read King of Pride by Anna Huang. This is the second book in the King of Sin series, and my favourite one so far. I loved King of Wrath, like, I literally ate it up, I was obsessed. However, this book, yeah, you want to know this book? Oh my god, loved it. I absolutely loved it. I ate it up. I enjoyed so much about this book. I listened to the audiobook, like, literally within 4 days, and I do listen on 2 times speed, which is why I get through it faster. And I thoroughly enjoyed this book. This book follows Kai and Isabella. You see them in the first book, and Kai is like is waiting for a crucial CEO vote for his family business. And Isabella is like an aspiring author working in a club, and basically Kai is a member of this club, and there's a forbidden romance because she's not allowed to, they're not allowed to sleep or date anyone who is a member of that club. And obviously you know what's going to happen. But oh my god, it was so nice to be back in a romance world, considering compared to being in the fantasy world. But I absolutely adored King of Pride. I loved it. I just loved everything about this book. Loved the forbidden romance. Loved the characters. Loved both of them. This is a 5-star read. A 5-star read, guys. Like, I loved it so much that it's a 5-star. And like, I didn't think I was going to love it much because I did it all as an audiobook. And like, usually audiobooks for me don't hit as much as reading it physically. But it did hit me and I loved it so much. So, 5 stars, guys. So that is the books I read in August. We're going to move on to my TBR. For my TBR, we are back with a TBR jar. I do have technically 4 books on my TBR, 3 of them specifically for a video. I'm not going to tell you what the video is, I'll tell you what books they are, but I'm not telling you what the video is because I want it to be a surprise. But other than that, I'm still going to set a TBR, whether I'll get to those books or not, who knows. I hope so, because I'm hoping to finish the 3 books this week. But anyway, we are still going to do my TBR prompts, so we're going to do that first. I think I'm going to do 5 TBR prompts, so that'll give me a 9 book TBR, which is kind of annoying because that's 9 books to try and read in a month. But I think it's kind of okay. So we've got my trusty little jar here. I haven't actually used this. I didn't use this for my August TBR. If you remember that I had a set TBR that I set myself. I read 4 of the books on there. And then I didn't pick anything else up. So okay, so we're going to pick our first prompt. I'm quite excited but quite nervous because I really don't want, this is what I don't want. I don't want fantasy books right now. You know, it's like I've read so much fantasy in August that I just want a cute romance autumny month, you know? Okay, so the first prompt. Oh, lowest rated on Goodreads. This is going to be difficult because I've got 2 shelves here, 2 carts here, and most of them are all on my TBR, on my Goodreads want to read, and I obviously want to try and get her off this shelf. Oh, a random number generator. I feel like I need to do this one on camera. So once I've chosen my 5 prompts, we'll do this one. I'll do this one on camera for you. If I get fantasy with that one, I will cry. I don't want fantasy. Okay, this one I'm gonna cheat and put this back because I've only got 2 of these books and I can't read it in September for specific reasons. Actually, that's a lie, I can because I realise I'm filming it in September, so I'm gonna take it back out. I'm not cheating, guys, I'm actually using it. A thriller or a mystery. I technically need to put another book on my TBR this month because I realise I haven't done that yet, but I'm not thinking about that. Oh, a 1-star prediction. I don't really rate things 1 stars. It's very rare, but a 1-star prediction. Oh, that's gonna be tough. I think that's gonna be a really tough one to find, and I'm really gonna have to like really think of one I don't think I'm gonna like, which kind of sad. And one more. This is the final one, and then we'll do the random generator, number generator one first. Read a Harry Potter book. You probably won't see that, but I know specifically which one this is going to be because I know the next book I need to read in Harry Potter. So I'm a little bit pained about this. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, I'm about to screen record my phone. Let's do this. Okay, so I put up to 36 because that is what's on here, not including the 4 that I've got for my TBR. And we are going to press generate and hopefully we'll get a good one. 29. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Not sure how I feel about this. But the book we got is Ellen Hildebrand, The 5-Star Weekend. I recently purchased this, so I'm excited, don't get me wrong. But I'm nervous because I've not read one of her books and Sarah Crowley raves about her writing, so quite nervous but I'm excited. So let me pick the other 4 prompts and then I will come back to you. Okay, we are back. I actually am not sure I'm happy with this TBR, but we're going to have to go with it because this is the prompts we picked. We're going to go with the ones that are the prompts and I'll go with the ones that are already set for the TBR. I do need to add another one to it. So, first of all, we're going to go with the lowest rated on Goodreads. Can I just tell you, this book I don't really want to read this month as much. It's on my autumn TBR, don't get me wrong, but it's a hefty book, and like this will take me the whole month to read, which is why I don't want to do it this month. It is Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy. Like, there was other ones I have, like The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary was one of the lowest ratings, and I have got it in a box over there that I need to take out and put on my cart, but have I? No. So, and it's not on my, it wouldn't be on my anticipated reads anyway, so I couldn't read it. It has to be sent off this cart because this only gets moved on once I finished a book. Okay? So we got Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy. This is the first book in the Lancaster Prep series. I am scared because this. And like the writing's not exactly small, but it's not exactly big either, so we will see. It might be something I'll have to purchase on my Kindle if I was to pick it up because it'll make me read it faster. But yeah. Where do I put this? I'll put it onto that one. And then we have a 1-star prediction. Now, I don't know if I predict this to be 1 star. I just picked it up, I was thinking it's probably the one I'm going to give I have a feeling I'm going to give a low rating to. Like, I don't think anything on my TBR is actually something I'm going to give 1 star. Like, I don't usually keep books on there if I think I'm going to give it a 1 star. So why would I keep that there? So, the book I have picked is The Night Shift by Annie Crown. Not for any bad reason. I have heard it's like if you like Wattpad, it's kind of that Wattpad-y vibes. And the last Wattpad book thing I read was Duplicity, and if you're a Harry Styles or One Direction fan, you probably know what that fan fiction is. I haven't actually kept up with Complicity, which is the second one. I finished Duplicity. I actually enjoyed it. This was before I was like into reading books again, so. But I'm not sure how I feel about a Wattpad-y kind of romance, so that's why I've chosen this one. Okay. Then for a thriller and a mystery, and you're going to see the other TBR, well, the rest of my other TBR, set TBR, why I'm doing, I said I'll happily keep this one actually because I'm specifically filming a video for Halloween, so it works. But I picked up, for a thriller or mystery, I picked up The Housemaid's Secret because I read The Housemaid last year and actually really enjoyed it for my first ever thriller book, so I'm excited to pick this one up. And that's all I'm going to say because you can kind of guess what I'm doing. Then we have read a Harry Potter book. Now, if this was the first 3, I wouldn't have minded because they're short. Now, the one I've got to, if you've watched I think it was Tack on My TBR video, my last one I did as a board game, you would have seen I read The Goblet of Fire, which probably means the next book in the series is The Order of Phoenix. Look how chunky this book. Come on. Like, what is in there? Like, I want to read it so bad. Like, I'm so excited for this book, do not get me wrong, because I love a Harry Potter book, but because it's so long, it puts me off. Especially when I know the majority of the story from the film. But I do want to get to it. It is just very chunky, so I guess we might get to it this month. We probably won't because it's so chunky, but then the final one you already saw me pick up was, because this is a random generator, was The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hildebrand. So I'm excited for it, don't get me wrong, just wasn't so on my radar for September because obviously we're going into autumn and I really don't want to continue summery books, so, and this is very summer vibes. And now we're moving on to my set TBR. 2 of them I've already started reading. One of them I can tell you what it's for because I already talked about one today. The other one, 3 of them I will not be. The next ones I won't say what videos they're for. I'm just going to say go read them. Okay? Okay, you got that. So the first book is my reread of Happy Place. This was on my August TBR. We are still in August, so technically I am currently reading it in August. But I'm doing my Happy Place reread for the video of rereading my favourite books of 2023. I'm on chapter 4 already. I'm annotating it. I actually really love this book, and this is the American cover, so how adorable. I love it. So yeah, and then I've got pins and needles in my foot. Only problem was sitting on the floor while doing this, but I wanted my book cuts in the video, so. Then we have The Right Move by Liz Tom Ford. This is the second book in the Windy City series and everyone's favourite. I've only read 3 chapters so far, but I'm already enjoying it, like I'm loving it already, so that's a good sign, because if I'm loving it already in 3 chapters, I don't see how I'm hoping I will enjoy it a lot more. when we get further into the book. Then we have The Bodyguard by Catherine Centre. This will be my first Catherine Centre book, and I'm quite excited, but also the length is quite short, so we do love that. And then we have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, which I'm so excited for. I'm so excited. Just so excited. And then finally we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This was actually gifted to me by by MRSKP_reads on Instagram. But yes, I cannot wait to read this book. Like, Allah. I'm nervous though as well, but yeah. Anyway, that is the end of my wrap up and TBR. If you do enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video.